stop right where you are. Before you think about moving your thumb to scroll, I have to tell you something that the universe has literally halted your date to deliver. If you skip this video now, you are walking away from the one answer you've been crying for in the middle of the night. God is saying that if you turn away in the next 60 seconds, you will miss a revelation about a specific disappearing act in your life that was actually a life-saving intervention. The distance you've been grieving was not a mistake, and it certainly wasn't an accident. I am going to reveal a secret about this person's departure that will shake you to your core. Stay with me until the very final sentence, because the last clue I give you will identify exactly who this is, and why their return would have been your destruction. Section 2, The Heartbreak of the Sudden Silence. You've been hurting, haven't you? You've been staring at your phone, waiting for a text that never came. You've been replaying your last conversation over and over, wondering what you did wrong. The silence from this person has been deafening. It felt like a cold breeze hit your soul without warning. One day they were there, and the next, there was a wall of distance that you couldn't climb over. You felt rejected. You felt unworthy. You felt like the universe was being cruel to you by taking away someone you thought was your person. But listen to me closely, God is breaking the silence today to tell you that the distance was divine shielding. Section 3, The Secret Intentions You Couldn't See. The reason this revelation will shock you is that while you were looking at their face, God was looking at their heart. You saw their smile, but the Creator saw their hidden agenda. You saw a future, but the Divine saw a trap. That sudden distance happened because you wouldn't leave when God whispered, so He had to make them move while He shouted. The angels are revealing that if that person had stayed one more week, even one more day, a chain reaction of events would have started that would have cost you your peace, your reputation, and even your spiritual alignment. The distance wasn't a punishment for your mistakes, it was a reward for your prayers. Section 4, The 48-Hour Divine Glitch. Think back to the moment that distance started. There was a glitch, a strange coincidence, a cancelled plan, or a sudden argument that made no sense. This was the hand of the universe reaching down to pull you out of the line of fire. God is showing me that this person was carrying an energy that was toxic to your harvest. Every time you tried to close the gap, the universe pushed them further away. Do not skip this part. Within the next 48 hours, you are going to receive a piece of information about what this person has been doing in the dark. This news will be the absolute proof that the distance was your greatest blessing. Section 5, Activating the Shield Energy Exchange. To lock in this protection and show the heavens that you are ready to stop chasing what God has removed, you must participate in this spiritual exchange. Take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel and share this video. By doing this, you are telling the universe, I trust the plan more than my feelings. This act of faith breaks the magnetic pull that keeps you tied to that person's ghost. Leave a comment below saying, I am protected, to signal to the divine that you are moving forward. If you hesitate now, you are allowing that old, draining energy to linger in your space. Section 6, The Financial Link to the Distance. Here is something you never expected. God is revealing that your abundance was being held back because of your proximity to this person. Have you noticed that since the distance grew, you've started to have new ideas? Or maybe a small door of opportunity cracked open? This is because the leak in your energy has been plugged. This person was a spiritual drain on your prosperity. The universe is saying that as long as you were obsessed with fixing that connection, you didn't have the hands to receive the wealth that has your name on it. The distance was a financial intervention. Section 7, The Counterfeit Warning. The shock of this name comes from the fact that they looked so much like the real thing. They were a high-level counterfeit. They spoke the right words, They shared your interests, and they made you feel seen. But the divine is showing that their heart was a labyrinth of confusion. If you had stayed, you would have been wandering in their darkness for years. God loves you too much to let you waste your life in a maze that has no exit. The sudden distance was the universe's way of saying, you are worth more than a mystery. Section 8, the final sign, the confirmation. As we reach the climax of this message, pay attention to your surroundings. In the next 24 hours, you will see a specific sign, a white bird, a specific repeating number like 555, the number of change, or you will hear a stranger mention a name that starts with the same letter as that person. When this happens, a wave of peace will wash over you. This is the Holy Spirit's signature on this message. You will finally realize that you didn't lose them, you were saved from them. Section 9, the new era of true connection. God is not just taking away, He is clearing the stage. The distance was necessary to make room for the person who is actually written in the stars for you. Someone who won't create distance. Someone who won't make you wonder if you're enough. By staying until the end of this video, you have officially closed the portal to the past. The protection phase is ending, and the manifestation phase is beginning. Section 10, the closing decree. The search is over. The crying is over. The wondering is over. The distance was a miracle in disguise. Walk into your day knowing that you are the most protected person in the room. The universe has your back, and the best is not just coming, it's already at your door. The truth has been revealed, and you are finally free. Note: this is for informational purposes only. For medical advice or diagnosis, consult a professional. Section 11, the invisible battle being fought for you. While you were sleeping, crying, or staring at your reflection wondering why you weren't good enough to keep them close, a war was being fought in the spiritual realm. God is revealing that this person was surrounded by an energy of chaos that was attempting to leap onto your path. You were trying to pull them into your light, but the darkness they were carrying was far too heavy for you to lift. If the distance hadn't happened when it did, you would have been dragged into a situation that would have taken years to recover from. The universe saw the spiritual virus they were carrying and quarantined you for your own safety. This wasn't a rejection of your love, it was a rescue of your future. Section 12, the myth of the one that got away. We often label people as the one that got away, but the divine is correcting your vocabulary today. They didn't get away, they were removed. There is a massive difference. When something gets away, it implies a mistake. When something is removed, it implies a master plan. God is showing me that this person's departure was a divine surgery. It was painful, yes. It left a scar, yes. But it removed a spiritual tumor that was growing in your heart. You were becoming addicted to a version of them that didn't actually exist. The distance was the only way to break the spell and bring you back to your true self. Section 13, the echo of the past. The reason this person's name will shock you is because they represent a pattern you've been stuck in since your childhood. You've been attracted to the ghosting, the hot and cold, and the distance because it felt familiar. But God is saying, I am breaking the generational cycle today. By creating this sudden distance, the universe is forcing you to heal the part of you that thinks you have to beg for love. You are being recoded at a cellular level. Stay in this moment of silence, because the more you accept the distance, the faster your true soulmate, the one who will never leave, can find your frequency. Section 14, the notification test. Listen closely, because this is a warning. In the coming days, as you start to heal and find your peace, this person might feel the shift in your energy and try to reach out. It might be a random like on an old photo or a checking in text. God is telling you right now, this is a test. It is a test to see if you have learned the lesson of the distance. Do not let a moment of loneliness make you forget the months of silence. If you run back the moment they whistle, you tell the universe you aren't ready for the king or queen that is being prepared for you. Stand firm in the distance. Let the silence finish its work. Section 15, The Secret Vows They Made. The angels are whispering a secret. Behind that person's smile and eventual distance, there were vows they made to themselves that did not include your well-being. They were looking for a ladder, and you were the one holding it. Once they thought they reached their height, they tried to kick the ladder away. But they didn't realize that you weren't the ladder, you were the ground they were standing on. By creating the distance, God is letting them fall so that you can finally stand up. You were supporting someone who was secretly plotting to leave once they got what they needed. The sudden distance was God's way of cutting their supply before they could take any more of your light. Section 16, The Magnetic Pull of the New. Something massive is waiting for you on the other side of this revelation. Now that the protection phase has been explained, the alignment phase begins. Because you stayed until this point in the video, your energy has shifted from lacking to knowing. You no longer look like a victim to the universe, you look like an heir. God is moving the pieces of your life like a grand chessboard. The distance created a vacuum, and the law of the universe states that a vacuum must be filled. What is coming to fill that space is 10 times greater than what left. Expect the sudden meeting with someone whose name sounds like a song to your ears, someone whose presence feels like the sun after a long winter. Section 17, The Final Instruction for Manifestation. To fully seal this message and ensure that the protection turns into prosperity, I want you to do something physical. Open your hands right now, wherever you are. Take a deep breath and exhale the name of the person who created the distance. As you breathe out, say the words, "I release you to the universe." By doing this, you are untying the spiritual knot. Now, subscribe and hit the like button to tell the algorithm of the heavens that you are ready for the new. Leave a comment with the words, "My hands are open for my true blessing." This is your final act of surrender. Section 18, The Prophecy of the Next 7 Days. Within the next 7 days, you will receive a sign that is so specific, it will make you laugh out loud with relief. It could be a specific flower, a specific car, or a stranger saying the exact words you needed to hear. This is the universe's way of winking at you. The sudden distance was the best thing that ever happened to you, and soon, you will be thanking God for the silence that once broke your heart. The veil is gone. The protection is active. Your future is bright. Walk in your power, for the distance was never a delay, it was your destiny being preserved. Section 19, The Hidden Conflict You Never Knew About. There is a layer to this story that the divine is only now allowing you to see. While you were trying to bridge the gap, there was a hidden conflict in that person's life that they never told you about. God is revealing that this person was entangled in a web of their own making, perhaps a past they couldn't escape or a mindset that was fundamentally broken. If they had stayed connected to you, their chaos would have become your chaos. Their legal issues, their emotional baggage, or their toxic associations would have bled into your life. The sudden distance was a divine restraining order. The universe stepped in as your celestial bodyguard and moved you out of the splash zone before their life imploded. You weren't being ignored, you were being relocated to a safe house. Section 20, The Weight of the Unspoken. God wants you to understand the weight of the things that were not said. That person had thoughts and intentions that would have broken your spirit if you had heard them. Sometimes, God closes a person's mouth and moves them away because the truth of their heart is too heavy for you to carry right now. The sudden distance was a mercy. It spared you from a conversation that would have left scars on your soul for a decade. The angels are saying that the silence you're experiencing is actually a sacred buffer. It is a wall of protection that prevents their negative words from entering your subconscious mind and sabotaging your self-esteem. Section 21, the restoration of your time. The universe is very protective of your time, and lately, you've been spending too much of it on a dead-end connection. God is a God of restoration, but he cannot restore what you refuse to release. By enforcing this distance, the divine is literally giving you your time back. Think about the energy you used to spend worrying, checking their social media, and waiting for a sign. Now, that energy is being redirected toward your own growth. The distance was a time audit performed by the heavens. You are being given a second chance to use your days for your purpose, your health, and your true joy. The search for why is over. The era of what's next has begun. Section 22, the spiritual mirror effect. This person was a mirror, reflecting back to you a part of yourself that needed healing. You were attracted to the challenge of keeping them, but God is saying you are not a rehabilitation center for broken souls. The sudden distance happened the moment you started to realize your own worth. As your vibration rose, the gap between you and their lower frequency became too wide to cross. They didn't just leave, they were repelled by your growing light. You became too much for someone who wasn't doing the work to be enough. This distance is the ultimate proof that you are leveling up. Section 23, the prophecy of the sudden replacement. Because you have stayed through this entire message, and because you are choosing to believe in the protection of the divine, a sudden replacement is being prepared. In the spiritual realm, when a space is cleared through divine intervention, it is always filled with something of higher quality. The person who left was a bronze connection, the one who is coming is pure gold. This new person will not have distance in their vocabulary. They will be consistent, clear, and committed. The universe is saying that the pain of the distance was simply the labor pains before the birth of your greatest relationship. Section 24, the final shielding prayer. Before you leave this video, I want you to visualize a circle of white, blinding lights surrounding your heart. This is the divine seal. It ensures that as you move forward, the person who created the distance can no longer leak into your thoughts or drain your energy from afar. You are now frequency locked to your destiny. Subscribe to this channel to keep this shield strong and hit the notification bell so you never miss a divine update. Leave one last comment with the words, "The space is cleared for my miracle." Section 25, the walk into the sun. The veil is completely lifted. You now know the truth. The distance was a gift. The silence was a shield. The rejection was a rescue. You are standing at the dawn of the most beautiful chapter of your life. Every tear you cried over that distance has been collected by the universe and is being turned into the rain that will grow your future garden. Walk forward with absolute certainty. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are most certainly not rejected. You are protected by the highest power. The distance is behind you, the destiny is in front of you. Go claim it. Section 26, the echo of divine correction. Listen closely, because there is a secret about the timing of this distance that you haven't considered. God is showing me that if this person had stayed in your life for just 3 months longer, you would have missed a major door that is about to open for you next month. You see, the universe operates on a perfect clock. Sometimes, we are so busy trying to hold on to a person that our hands are too full to grab the handle of the door God is trying to open. That sudden distance was a correction of pace. You were running at the wrong speed because you were trying to match their slow, heavy energy. Now that they are gone, your speed has doubled. You are finally on track to arrive at your breakthrough exactly when the divine has scheduled it. Section 27, the invisible debt you didn't have to pay. The angels are revealing a profound truth. By removing this person, God was settling an invisible debt you didn't even know you owed. This person was carrying a spiritual deficit, a cloud of bad luck or unresolved karma, that was starting to spill over onto you. Have you noticed that during the time you were closest to them, small things in your life started to break? Your phone acted up, your car had issues, or you had sudden, unexpected expenses? This was the energy leak of their life affecting yours. The distance was a divine debt cancellation. God cut the cord so that you wouldn't have to pay for a life you didn't build and mistakes you didn't make. Section 28, the identity theft of the soul. The most dangerous part of this connection was how much of you was disappearing into them. You were becoming a shadow of yourself, constantly adjusting your personality, your dreams, and your voice to make them comfortable. The divine is saying that the sudden distance was an emergency recovery of your soul. You were undergoing a slow identity theft, losing the very things that make you the chosen one. God caused the distance so you could find your voice again. In the silence of their absence, you are finally hearing your own heartbeat again. You are remembering who you were before you met them, and you are realizing that version of you was much more powerful. Section 29, the anchor versus the sail. You thought they were your sail, helping you move forward, but the universe is revealing today that they were actually your anchor, keeping you stuck in the harbor while the storm was approaching. If the distance hadn't happened, the coming waves of change would have capsized your ship because you were tied to someone who wasn't willing to sail. Now that the anchor has been cut, you are free to move. You feel lighter, don't you? Even through the pain, there is a strange sense of lightness in your spirit. That is the feeling of a ship that is finally able to move with the wind of the divine. Section 30, the final manifestation protocol. We have reached the absolute peak of this revelation. The energy is at its highest frequency right now. God is saying that because you have honored this message and stayed to hear the full truth, a signature of peace is being placed on your forehead. This means that from this moment on, no counterfeit person can enter your space. You are now vibrationally invisible to toxic people. To activate this final seal, I want you to visualize the face of that person one last time, but instead of feeling pain, see them fading into a gray mist. As they disappear, see a bright, golden light taking their place. Section 31, the Grand Reveal in 7 days. I am being shown a specific vision. In exactly 7 days from today, you will receive a sign of substitution. You will meet someone, or receive a call, or see a message that is so much better than what you lost that you will literally drop to your knees in gratitude. You will realize that the sudden distance was the greatest act of love God ever showed you. Your season of wondering is over. Your season of winning has begun. Subscribe to anchor this prophecy. Like to claim the energy. And leave your final comment. I am free, I am favored, and I am ready. Section 32, the final blessing. Go now in the power of this truth. The distance was a miracle. The silence was a shield. The void is being filled with glory. You are the most protected soul in the universe. The distance is a closed chapter, and your masterpiece is being written right now. Walk forward, the sun is rising on your new life.